Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We are going to continue with Unit 8. We finished up with negative and zero exponents in our last lesson. We are going to get into scientific notation day 1, which is the number to scientific notation. We're going to change a number into scientific notation. Unit 8, lesson 4. Scientific notation deals with really large numbers. Yes, 425 million isn't that big of a number when it comes down to it, but that's what we are going to do. We're going to transform a really big number into a equation. And we are going to look at this, and we are always going to use a positive power when talking about scientific notation because they are numbers greater than 1. All of these will be numbers greater than 1. Yes, they might be, when we get to scientific notation, we talk about really large numbers, and sometimes we talk about really small numbers, like 0.00000000004. It's a really small number. And so we're going to make sure that we use positive powers, because that's what we are doing today, really large numbers. 425 million. Well, what we do is we take a number, a decimal in this, and we always take that decimal and we put it between the number from 1 to 10. So if I'm looking at this number here, 425 million, I'm going to take a decimal and I'm going to put it right before my first non-zero digit or after, and before my second digit. So the number 4.2 is a number between 1 and 10. And so I'm going to write that 4.2. I'm going to finish off all non-zero digits to the last non-zero digit. In this case, our last non-zero digit is our third digit, which is 5. So we changed 425 million to 4.25. That's not the same as 425 million, right? So we got to keep going. We're going to multiply that by 10 to the 8th power. Why 8, you might say? Well, if you count my decimals, when it started here, that's where the decimal was. And I moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I moved it 8 times to get it there, which means if I want the actual number back, I got to move it 8 times back that way. And notice that I used the number 10. Why did I use the number 10? Well, in scientific notation, we always use the number 10. So a couple different things there. We created a number, we multiplied it by 10, always 10, and then some exponent, depending on how many times you had to move that decimal to put the decimal to make a number between 1 and 10. Let's keep practicing. I know it's a lot. 3,725,000. All right. So we know we look at our number here. Well, our first digit is 3, so we're going to put a decimal here. And then I'm going to rewrite it as 3.725. And why 0.725? Because that's all of the rest of my non-zero digits. My last non-zero digit is the 5 here, which is the 4th digit. Okay. So we got to write out our equation. We're going to do 3.725 times and always 10. And now let's figure out our decimal, or our exponent. It was here. We moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So my exponent is going to be to the 6th power. 3.725 times 10 to the 6th is the same as 3,725,000. Let's keep going. This is a smaller number. It's going to be a negative power because they are numbers between 0 and 1. They're really small numbers. So let's look at it really quick. We have 0.000316. Well, my first non-zero digit is 3. So I'm going to put my decimal here. I'm going to rewrite it as 3.16 times 10, and then we have to count. In this case, we count 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not going to just be 4, because if I did times 4, I would move my decimal to the right. Positive goes to the right. A negative decimal goes to the left. So I need to make this a negative 4, because I need to move this decimal back to its original spot, which is to the left. Give that pop up here. Daughter was playing on there. Okay, let's try another one. 0.114. 0.114. I'm going to put my decimal here to make it a number between 1 and 10. So I'm going to have 1.14 times 10. And let's count. Go back. Oh, only 1 this time. So I'm going to do 1, but not just 1, a negative 1. Because it's a number between 0 and 1. So think to yourself, as I do this one, am I going to have a positive or a negative exponent? Is my number between 0 and 1? Or is it greater than 1? Is this number greater than 1 or between 0 and 1? Well, let's look. We're going to put our decimal here, which becomes 5.34. 4 is our last non-zero digit. Times 10 to the, it was here before, 1, 2, 3, 4. And because this number is greater than 1, it's going to be a positive exponent. We're going to keep going. Last one here. We have 0.00327. Decimal's going to go here. 3.27 times 10. And then to the, let's count back to our original, 1, 2, 3. And because I moved to the left, we know it's got to be negative. And because that original number was between 0 and 1. If you're ever confused, type your equation into your calculator. You should get the exact same answer you started with. If you do not, you did something wrong. So make sure you do that. That is the intro to scientific notation, changing a number into scientific notation. If you have questions, comment, send me a message, and we will get back for part 2. Have a great day.